You're listening to The John and Heidi Show. Now, featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Ferris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Ferris. Good Wednesday that feels like a Tuesday to you, Dan.
It's not just like Wednesday, like it's June the 1st.
It is.
June the 1st.
June 1st.
June the 1st. June, in case you don't know, fun fact, the month of June is named after Juno. That's
Alaska?
the Roman goddess of marriage, home, and family.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I
know
did
that.
not know that.
And now you do.
I thought it was named after Junius Caesar.
That's absolutely
Wow.
That's
wrong,
July.
John. Totally wrong. Got some really a trifecta of them, iconic celebrity birthdays today. Norma Jean Mortensen, born this day. Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah.
Marilyn Monroe. Morgan Freeman
Oh, yeah.
is 85 today.
I always like Morgan Freeman.
Have you ever seen him in a single thing where you go, I
No.
don't care
You
for the
don't
guy?
like that? Right? No, never. He's always
like, I
just
wanna hang out with
such
this
a
guy.
neat guy. Exactly.
And he's always been an older gentleman in everything I've ever seen him in.
I think he was born at 85 years old.
Yeah, he was. And he had that voice. He was like,
Yeah.
goo goo gaga.
Goo goo gaga. And our favorite sheriff, Andy Griffith, born this day. And I was thinking about this because I will still watch those reruns.
Me too.
I'll still watch them. Has it ever been brought up, and maybe you know this, John, because I know you're a fan of that show too,
Yeah.
whatever happened to his wife, to Opie's mom?
They've
She-
never said, I don't think.
Yeah,
Has there
she
ever
passed
been?
away.
She did.
Yeah.
So I guess I don't know that.
Yeah, I'm trying to
We
remember.
don't know for sure.
No, I'm pretty sure there was an
She
episode
could
where
run off with the previous barber. We don't know.
Ran off with Ernest T. Bass,
She could have.
because that'd be funny.
I watched one of the early episodes and they had a different barber originally.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
She
maybe-
could have run off
maybe
with the
he did.
barber.
Now I should have asked
When you think about it, Mayberry's kind of full of a lot of really creepy single guys.
they really are.
Holy
Good
cow.
times, good times.
All right, well, happy birthday to those folks. It was, boy, can you believe it's been 42 years ago today. 1980, this very day. I remember when this happened, because, I mean, it was so cutting edge. And the smart money in media was going, yeah, this will never work. CNN,
Oh yeah,
the cable news network, fires up
Bernard Shaw.
their initial broadcasts.
Wasn't Bernard Shaw the first one on there?
One of the first anchor people, yeah.
I just remember I'm Bernard Shaw.
But here was a deal where, the country is used to having little half-hour news segments every night, Monday through Friday, whatever.
Like 24/7.
It's going to be 24/7. How the heck are they going to pull this off?
Oh, they'll make up as much news as they need to.
They
so-
did it. It's funny, if you run one of the original clips from 42 years ago, if you listen really carefully, you can hear in the background somebody go, fake!
Fake news.
I don't think you can hear that.
And this was a game changer for me. It was this day in 2009.
Yeah.
And if you recall, all kinds of really horrible things were going on. You had the big housing bubble stuff,
Right.
the
Oh,
real
yeah.
estate
Yeah.
thing. You had major brokerage firms and automobile dealers. For instance, General Motors files in 2009
Yeah.
the state Chapter 11 bankruptcy. That would be the fourth largest United States bankruptcy in history. It was decided they were too big to fail.
Yes,
Oh.
it was.
Well,
I
you
don't
know
think
what?
anybody's too big to fail, but
They
whatever.
didn't say that about Blockbuster, but here we are.
Yeah. There's one left, man. Bend, Oregon, baby.
But it kind of changed the way I did business.
Yeah.
Now, my dad was a car dealer, and he basically dealt in General Motors.
Oh, okay.
In fact, I grew up in a Pontiac family,
Yeah.
okay? And so that's what we drove. I mean, that is what we drove. So when this happened in 2009, I was actually in the market for a car. And I'm looking at it, I'm going, okay, GM, Daimler Chrysler, they're taking bailout money, taxpayer
Yep.
dollars, better. There's one company that isn't doing that.
Ford.
Ford.
And it was Ford. I
Yeah.
bought a Ford Mustang that year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My brothers freaked.
Oh, were you the first Ford in the family?
First Ford in the family. Oh,
Ah.
yeah.
Heidi's dad, Charlie, who we talk to on Tuesdays, he sells Fords.
He's
and
a
he
Ford
has
guy, yeah.
Forever.
He is.
So when
Always
I
has
married
been.
into a Ford family, and there's like Fords all over the place. So
Yeah, it's weird. You kind of pick your poisons, But I look back on that, I'm going, well, United States of America, it's founded on capitalism. It's kind of what we do. What is this too big to fail?
Yeah.
That's exactly
I
right.
could not.
There's
I
no
still
such
can't
thing.
wrap my head
Yeah.
around that.
apparently not too big to
Yeah.
fail because they failed.
It's like you're either good at it or
Yeah.
you're
Exactly.
not.
That's exactly
Yeah.
right.
millions of businesses all the time come and go. They
Yeah.
come and go, and they come and go. So it's kind of fascinating to see how that whole thing
It was.
shook out. And
We had front row seats to history, man.
and I'm still driving that Mustang.
Yes,
and
you
it's
are.
a good-looking car, man. Very good-looking car.
Still am. So there you go. Hey, we all know. We just forge ahead here.
Gonna do that. It is the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Ferris.
Are you looking for an energy drink that's natural, lasts longer, has no dyes, no artificial flavorings, and no sugar? Blitz Energy Drink is the answer. With only 10 calories per serving and 200 milligrams of caffeine, our formula will help increase your focus, endurance, mood, and energy levels. Order now at drinkblitzenergy.com. Use promo code RADIO20 to save 20% and get free shipping on any canister. drinkblitzenergy.com. Promo code RADIO20. That's drinkblitzenergy.com.
Time now for Back to the Basics in Healthcare with Balanced Life Chiropractic, and we have Dr. Harley joining us. How you doing, Dr. Harley?
Hey, good morning, John. I'm doing fantastic. It was a great weekend to just get outside and refresh. We took an extra day off, so it's good to just get ready to get back into it and get ready for summer.
And it kind of feels like summer's here because the Memorial Day weekend is like the unofficial start to summer. And we had kind of a hot and muggy weekend, and I know it's going to be a little cooler here for a bit, but as we get into summer, there's a thing called heat stroke and heat exhaustion, and we're going to talk a little bit about that today.
Yeah, it just made me think of with how hot it was on Saturday that some people might not be thinking about, what they should be doing when they're outside to, make sure that they're staying safe because, we're thinking of wintertime, we don't really think about the water that we're taking in. So it's when we get to summer, it's like, okay, we actually need to start paying attention to that. So to start with, you should be drinking about half your body weight in ounces, if at least a minimum of 64 fluid ounces. And some people, that's a lot, but that's like the minimum. But then when you're outside in the summer, sweating, working, you need to be drinking way more than that. There's not really a good reference, but you should just be drinking way more water when you're outside, because if you're not, that's when we start reaching into the dehydration, or you're outside in the sun, heat exhaustion can start setting in, and then it could lead to heat stroke.
So when you think you've had enough water, have a little more?
Yeah, when you're thirsty, you're not drinking enough water.
Oh.
That's what they would say. If you're waiting until you're thirsty or dehydrated, you're already behind.
So now, do things with water in them count? So if I drink something that has a lot of water in it, does that count towards water or not really?
Tea, coffee, pop, alcohol, all those things do not count.
So beer has a lot of water, but that doesn't count?
Does not count. And coffee and tea are actually more dehydrating because of the caffeine in them. And alcohol is not good for you either when you need H2O, water, actually rehydrating and replenishing your tissues. Things that have electrolyte packets in them, those are going to be good for you, but you shouldn't just be drinking those straight. You should be drinking those if you're doing some sort of activity. They're not just, hey, I want, some fancy water or thing.
So how about flavored water? Does that count towards water?
Depends what's in it.
Okay, so some of the flavored waters that make it taste good, that's not necessarily...
If it's just sugar, that's not... the sugar is going to help just replenish carbs and stuff if you're sweating a lot, but you should be drinking, normal water or water with electrolyte type stuff in it. Because when you're sweating, you're losing, sodium, potassium, all those electrolytes. So that's the purpose of those types of drinks, is to replenish that into your body. Because if you're drinking too much water and you're not putting in those electrolytes, you could actually become too hydrated, and that can cause problems as well.
Very nice. So get plenty of water and plenty of rest as well. And then if you need to see a chiropractor, I can recommend one, Balanced Life Chiropractic. How do they get a hold of you guys?
They can give us a call at 605-215-1785 or shoot us a message on our Facebook page, Balanced Life Chiropractic. We'd love to chat and let you know how we can help you improve your health and have a better summer.
You can also find them online. Their website is balancedlifesd.com.
Join us in October for The Sands, a week of music and fun that's been described as the best week ever by many guests. This year we have more icons and more fun. Loverboy, Belinda Carlisle, Lou Gramm, Vanilla Ice, Samantha Fox, Firehouse, and many more already on the schedule. Plus, more announcements coming soon. Plan to join us October 25th through the 30th at Planet Hollywood Beach Resort Cancun. This all-inclusive event will be the time of your life. Learn more now at radiotravelgroup.com.
And now stuff Dan finds interesting. Yeah.
It is time for Stuff Dan Finds Interesting. Dan, what do you find interesting on this Wednesday?
Well, it
kind
should
of feels
be
like a Tuesday.
Interesting. If I recall, okay, stick with me on this. If you recall, last year, at this time. I don't think all of the Sioux Falls public pools even got open.
No, they were struggling to find people.
Yeah, that was
work
there.
that was part of it.
Yeah.
This Friday, the pools are all scheduled to be
All
open.
of them.
All of
This
them.
Friday.
Oh, that's exciting.
And I want to say we have about 327 public pools in Sioux Falls.
That number might not be verified.
And nobody has to pay anything to go to them anymore because it's all free,
That is also not verified.
which is nice. But here's the thing. If you're going to the pool, because again, the Parks and Rec still struggle. They've been paying some pretty big bucks to get some staff in there,
Yeah.
lifeguards and everything else.
Right.
As far as I know, you're just taking your chance. If your kid can't swim, you are on your own.
Wow.
You are just on your own. Put some water wings on them, throw a raft in there. I don't know what's going to happen.
Tie a
All I
rope
know
around
is
their waist before they get in.
all the pools are scheduled open this Friday.
Nice. We should have a pool party.
Whether or not and I think, what are there, half a dozen public?
Something like that.
Something like that. Whether or not it'll be warm enough to
You know,
enjoy them,
I have
remains
not
to be
been
seen.
to a single pool in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, ever in my life.
No
No,
kidding.
we haven't.
Never.
We haven't.
No.
Other than, Wild Water West,
Yeah,
but that's
'cause-
not a public.
Yeah, but we never have because
Yeah.
like our kids when they were young, we didn't live in this town, so we've just never been to this.
I think one of my favorite little public pool moments ever, I had Luke and Sadie out to a public pool years ago, and I was launching the kids.
Oh yeah,
I mean, I was launching
Yeah.
them hard,
flying through the air.
and I got whistled down by a lifeguard, and there she was, all 16 years of her,
She had a whistle though.
Sir, Jeffrey, sir, you can't get it. And I'm looking at her and I went, excuse me, I own these humans.
These are mine. I paid for them.
And I pay your salary. So how about you just go sit up in your little perch there with your little sunscreen and we'll be fine. Because it was all true.
She's listening now as an adult. She's like, "That was you."
It was that Dan Ferris guy. I knew it. I knew it. Big deal coming up this Friday. Our buddy Brent Baker, who's with the noon Sertoma Club in town.
Yes.
They're having their annual Shine and Show
Yes.
over at the Alliance.
Car show.
Yeah, this thing was huge. I drove past it last year. Heck of a turnout.
Nice.
And it's going to be bigger and badder this year. It's a
very
great venue
cool.
for it.
It is.
Yup.
I like car shows.
1600 West Russell Street.
Yeah, things get underway 11 o'clock. It's just $20 for an entry fee. There's all kinds of cash prizes, all kinds of stuff going on all day long. So, yeah, and it's for Sertoma, which is a great organization. So
It really is.
I wanted to make mention of that. I will be happening by there, kicking a few tires, maybe joyriding if somebody has left their keys in the ignition.
Where did my car go? Dan was here.
And by the way, the first 200 cars
Yeah.
are going to get a free American flag donated by the Sioux Falls American Legion Post.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
So, yeah.
That's a neat thing.
That's
Yes.
very neat. I like that a lot.
Yeah, the actual official show goes from 11 to 3 on Saturday.
Nice.
Over at the Alliance. So
This
yeah,
Saturday,
it's
11 to 3.
for a great cause, get some great sponsors and prizes and hoopla. So there you go. I wanted to
Awesome.
make mention of that. But again, the pool's open on Friday, and if your kid can't swim, I would just maybe get a slip and slide.
Thank you, Dan.
Those
You
are
bet.
dangerous too.
Just doing my job.
There you go. It is the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Ferris.
What can I say that I haven't already said about bettercreditcards.com? It's a website. You go there to get a better credit card. Okay, that's really probably all I need to say for most of you, but I still have time left, so how about this? At bettercreditcards.com, we have different kinds of credit cards, some with better points and perks, some designed to help you build your credit. Whatever stage of life you happen to be in, we want to help. Give yourself a little credit. Bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Here's your Market Beat Minute for Wednesday, June 1st, 2022. Equity started the holiday shortened week on a shaky footing, hovering around break even for most of the day. The move is a sign of a cautious market and one that is waiting for the next shoe to drop. This week, the shoe may come in the form of economic data, and specifically the non-farm payroll report. The report is expected to show another month of robust job gains and wage increases, and the risk in that data is to the upside. With the summer season fast approaching, employers are scrambling to fill positions. The takeaway for the market is that stagflation conditions will remain in force for the summer despite the Fed's promise to raise interest rates. It's 2 weeks until the next FOMC meeting, and the expectation for aggressive actions are easing. The FOMC is still expected to hike rates by at least 50 basis points, but the odds of a 75 basis point hike are falling towards zero. The risk in this outlook is the data. There are still 2 major releases of inflation data that could shift sentiment before the next meeting. You can get the inside track in your inbox at marketbeatminute.com.